welcome to another edition of the X Cast, Season 11, Episode 2. This, and it wasn't a bad episode, it wasn't a great episode, it was an okay episode, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. Um, we had some closure with the lone gunman, with Langley. He
Hmm.
returned in a sort of an epic kind of way. He was kind of a digital version,
Yeah,
I guess you can call it, version of himself. So basically, what happened was when back in the Lone Gunman Death episode, I forgot which Jump to Shark, I think it was called, and Langley's thoughts and memories was uploaded to a big giant computer, and Langley reached out to Mulder through his cell phone and told him about it, told him what's going on and everything, and he wanted Mulder and Scully to shut down the computer because basically it was a painful experience for him and everyone else that was uploaded in that computer.
hmm it was. I mean, he at first we see him reaching out through the phone.
Mhm.
Like they're sleeping on Mulder's couch. They're at Mulder's house. You can tell it's Mulder's house because
Yep.
leave poster there with the UFO. That's become a classic poster, iconic
Yes,
poster.
this is I think Mulder's house. I don't think it was his apartment. I think it's his house. It was
That's what I
his
said. It
house.
was his house. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I love that poster. It's like in every
yeah,
place. It's in every place. It's in
uh-huh.
his office and it's in his house, which is
Yeah. I
great.
know. I know. I love that poster. And let's see. Yeah, they're sleeping. All of a sudden, they get the message from Langley. Langley's like, "Am I dead? Am I dead?" And I think before Mulder could really answer, that's when all of a sudden these Russian agents show up and they're playing the Ramones. They're playing a song by the Ramones.
Yeah, which is freaking awesome. And with that one dude, the long curly haired one, I thought that was Langley. I thought that was like a Langley doppelganger because it kind of looked
Uh,
like him.
he did. Yeah, he kind of resembled Langley a little bit. Yeah.
And so the Russians, because Russia is really huge in today's political climate, is
Mhm.
after Mulder and Scully. So apparently the FBI is working with these Russian agents, from what I can tell, from what they explained it in the episode. And
Yep.
I love the little line by Skinner that says, "We're not on the White House's good side of this," which I thought was great. It was so great in this
Right.
political time.
It's very timely. That was very timely.
Very timely, and we get to see Skinner in this episode, and Mulder and Scully. Well, I guess along with the viewer, doesn't know if we can trust Skinner or not still because of what
Yeah.
happened last episode. So they're kind of
Mhm.
reluctant on trusting Skinner. They end up trusting him, um, which I think this
Yeah.
is
He
going to.
gives them some money.
Mhm.
I don't remember how they got a vehicle.
Yeah, which I think this is going to tie in because they said there's going to be a backstory for
Uh,
Skinner in this season. They're going to do a backstory episode, which I cannot wait to watch that one. I think that's going to be a good one.
yeah, I think so. I think that's going to be a great one to see he how he came about and
Hmm.
how did he get involved with the cigarette smoking man. I'd like to see how that came about.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's yeah. I cannot wait for that one because I think that's going to be a good one. And I have no clue what's going to touch on. Hopefully, like you said, Henry, maybe it'll touch on how he became, involved with the smoking man, how he
Mhm.
became involved with the FBI, how he became involved with the X Files, or something like that. Speaking of the smoking man, the other guy, Mr.
Mr.
Y,
Y,
the new smoking man, I guess you can call him.
Mr.
His
Y,
yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Y,
Yeah,
his associate was in this episode, which I love the continuity. I love the continuity. So
yes,
she was basically the head woman of the whole uploading memories to the big computer and everything. So I guess she was basically the head woman. And Mulder talked with her in this networking-looking suite. It reminded me of the Network so much. The whole room,
movie network, yes.
The network, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Right, it did.
And
Ned Beatty says, "You will atone."
Yes,
which was echoed up.
Yeah, on Better Call Saul too. I mean, both of those rooms is very networkish, and especially Better Call Saul because that was blatantly from the network. I don't know if they went into this from copying the network or saying it was from the network, but it was very networkish because you got all those lamps on the desk, you got the long table, you got the chairs.
Yes, exactly. It was very, very similar. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, go check out the movie Network from 1976. Faye Dunaway, Holden, great movie. Mm-hmm. Very, 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 very prophetic to what's going on today.
Yeah, absolutely. It still holds up to today.
They were ahead of their time with that movie. They really were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing film.
So I wonder if that was a great callback from the network. I don't know. I have to watch. I have to see if there's like a behind the scenes featurette or something. We got a lot of Easter eggs in this episode, where Mulder and Scully goes to Arlington Cemetery and we see the grave sites of the lone gunman, and we also see a grave site from way back in season 1, Deep Throat.
Yes,
Deep Throat's grave site. Great Easter egg. Love that. What, Jerry Hardin, I think was his name, that played him.
Yeah, tremendous. I mean, that's a great. It's a great callback. It's also a great Easter egg.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I got to give that Easter egg a 10 because Deep Throat, spoiler alert, died at the end of season 1, so he was just there for the first season. He wasn't. I think they done. I can't remember for sure, but maybe they done like a few flashback scenes, maybe in like season 2. But his character died in season 1, and yeah. And so they found this QR code, this QR coin, I guess you can call it. And they need to know what's on that coin. And I think someone actually scan it, because you can actually take the QR code and scan it. It actually goes to the lone gunman site where on the JFK file. So that's the Easter egg. If you scan the QR code, that's where it went.
One thing is, we find out that yes, the X-Files are not just a group of. The X-Files are not just sitting in some office somewhere gathering dust.
Yeah.
They've been put online.
Yeah, they put them online, which I think is great. It's digital, and I love another Easter egg, the Spank Bank Volume 3.
I was just going to mention that. I was just going to mention that, the Spank Bank. Yeah.
That was great. That's hilarious.
That was great. That was great.
And Volume 3, too. Like, what was the other volume? What was Volume 1 and 2 at?
Yeah. I was just going to mention the Spank Bank. Yeah.
Spank Bank. And I love they had Scully's picture on there. It was great.
I know. Yeah.
And also during that scene, they actually very quickly did it behind Skinner's back, so Skinner wouldn't know what they were up to.
Right. Yeah.
They still don't trust him at this point.
Yeah.
With the money and the car.
I agree.
But when they went into the X-Files website, Langley, no files are found on him. The other two gunmen, there was files found on them, but Langley was the only one there was no files found. So they knew where to go to find out where to find Langley or what's going on with Langley. So they went behind Skinner's back. He got a phone call. He was talking to someone on the phone. I can't. Did they ever reveal who he was talking on the phone with?
No, I don't think they did. But you had they had been erased. I mean, somebody was obviously covering the tracks very well.
Yeah,
as we could see.
Mm-hmm.
Sure that all this information wasn't put out. They wanted to make sure that it's very interesting. It's like we were wondering who was covering the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Skinner, me?
Yeah, you're like breaking up.
I don't sound
like. No, you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it's your microphone. Yeah, I don't know if it's your microphone or what, but you sound like a robot.
Uh-oh. It's the Russians.
Try. It's Oprah. Yeah, try take your mic out and then plug it back in and see if that does anything. All right, I think he's going to refresh himself and come back in and join me. Let's see here. So this episode, you have Mulder and Scully. They're trying to find out how is Langley still alive? I guess you can say. And Langley's pointing him in ears. Henry, can you hear me?
Yes.
You sound a little bit better.
It may be the browser. I may have to switch back over to Google Chrome. So.
All right, go ahead and switch back to Google Chrome and see if that does anything. See if it helps. All right. I think he froze up on us. Froze up. All right, so let's see here. So Mulder and Scully, they go to the cemetery. They find Deep Throat's headstone, and behind the cross of Deep Throat's headstone was a barcode disc, or after checking with the disc, they asked Skinner for help with the X-Files, and it's been uploaded onto the internet, like we've stated before. Blah 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 blah. Let's see here. So after getting the information off the disc, off the barcode or the QR code, it's a QR code because it was not a barcode. You're thinking like a scan code, like you scan something at the restaurant or at the grocery store. That's not it. It's a QR code. A QR code is basically this square thing with little dots in it, and you scan it with your phone, and then you like take it and scan it with your phone, and it goes up to a website. Let's see. And Henry left off. And then they found out where the big building is because they went to a professor. This professor gave the information about the building. I think it's more like an NSA building, more of a top secret building where all these people are and that are dead, or their memory and their mind is uploaded onto this big, huge computer. Then the woman who was with Mr. Y named Erica Prince. I guess she was the head woman of all this. She meets with Mulder, and Mulder says, "Hey, let me see the servers and let me take a look at this because I want to die and I want to be uploaded to the computer." Scully's already at the servers. She, kicks some ass, and then she takes all the servers and turns them off. After she turns them off, she and Mulder go and get the FBI. Once the FBI and the police come, everything has been demolished. The servers has been removed onto a to a flatbed going somewhere else. It's like, it was a good X-Files episode. It reminds me of an older X-Files episode where the ending is it's on a cliffhanger ending. It's because at the ending, Langley is back, and then he disappears, and then it's the curly long haired guy, the assassin, the assassin that was after Mulder and Scully in the earlier episode. But yeah, this was like an early X-Files episode. It's very reminiscent of an X-Files episode because this is other X-Files episode with having to do with the computer, and it's telling this guy to kill and everything. And then at the end of the episode, they destroy the computer, and then at the end of the episode, the computer comes back on miraculously. And then it's like, what's going to happen next? It's like it was a good episode. I loved it. It was very, very this could have been like an earlier episode of the X-Files. And Henry's back. Let's see if that's any better. All right.
There we are.
You're back.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better. A little bit better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was just going through the rest of the episode where Mulder meets with Mr. Wise's assistant, Erica Prince, and he asks Erica, yeah. Erica Prince, that's her name. And Mulder meets with her, and he basically says that how you guys upload my mind to the computer and all that, and he wants to be uploaded, so take him to see the servers. Scully turns the servers off. She shuts them down, and then as soon as Mulder and Scully kick some ass, they go get the FBI and the cops and everything, and then everything's gone. Everything has been wiped clean.
Of course, yes.
Everything is gone. And I was just saying, this could have been an earlier X-Files episode back in like season 4 or 5 maybe, because it's so very X-Files just because it ends on a cliffhanger that will not get resolved, because usually that's how these are. They end on cliffhangers that never gets resolved, and you see Langley back for some reason. We don't know how he's back, but we do know that the servers are back up and running.
Yep.
And then Langley disappears, and then the guy that was killing Mulder, that was on the task force to kill Mulder and Scully, phone, and just starts dancing to the Ramones. And then it's like, it ends right there. It ends on that note. And it's like, what's going to happen now? But they don't resolve these cliffhangers, which is very, very frustrating to me.
Yeah. It would be cool if they resolved this one, but I don't think they're going to.
No, because this is a standalone X-Files episode. Because this right here could have been, like I said, like a season 4 episode, or maybe a season 5. But it was written and directed by Glenn Morgan, and he does some good episodes.
Yeah, there were a few moments of humor in this episode, unlike the first episode of the season.
Mm-hmm. It was. I think Mulder and Scully eating the bran muffin.
Yeah,
the muffin. Mulder and Scully was eating the muffin, and it was like, this is the best muffin ever. I don't care if it came out of an alien's butt. It's really good. It's great. I mean, like subtle humor in this episode. I love it.
It was just I thought it was a good episode. I agree with you. It wasn't one of the greatest, but it was good for a standalone episode. I mean, but you know, well, we should realize, yeah, there's not going to be any. I mean, it'd be interesting. It would be interesting if there was, but it doesn't look as if that. I don't think that was the intention, was for them to have a resolution to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Because if you go back and look at some of the other X-Files episodes, they end on cliffhangers. There's hardly any resolution to any of them. Which, you know, when they brought back the X-Files, I would love to see them, like, you know, go back to one of the older, do like an older episode, but then, like, bring it back and have, like, you know, a second part to it and have at least some resolution to some of the older episodes.
Yes, I'd have to agree with that for sure. But I mean, for a standalone episode, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, for the first standalone episode of this season, I really enjoyed it. And then I think, go ahead.
I think you had said it was you had thought that maybe the second episode of the season would be a Monster of the Week episode, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not like what they did 2 years ago when they with the second episode of Mulder and Scully Meet the Weremonster, which is one of my favorites. Which was a great episode. Like, and as I mentioned before, it had a very Vince Gilligan-esque type of spirit to it.
It did. I could have seen Vince Gilligan write and direct this.
Had nothing to do with that episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Scully Meet the Weremonster was very much a Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine Vince Gilligan directing that episode and even writing it.
Yes.
Because he wrote some good episodes.
Really did a good job of making it seem like it would be a Vince Gilligan-esque episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, Vince Gilligan did not write or direct any of the episodes because he's too busy with Better Call Saul. I wish they would have, you know.
Yes.
I wish they would have, you know, reached out to him to at least write one episode. He didn't have to direct it; he could at least write it.
Yeah. Speaking of Better Call Saul, you know, we were talking about new movies that are out or are being released. Better Call Saul actors. You know, there's The Commuter with Jonathan Banks. There's also one, The Maze Runner, The Death Cure. Giancarlo Esposito, Gus, is in that one.
Ooh, I didn't hear about that. I saw the one with the Commune with Jonathan Banks and Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson, yes.
That looks. It kind of looks like Taken, but on a train. You know, that's what it reminds me of. Taken, but on a train.
Yeah. So the folks from Better Call Saul, the actors from Better Call Saul are kind of busy these days.
Mm-hmm.
They're in movies. They're doing movies and stuff.
They are. Let's see here. So I think that's pretty much it in this episode. I think we touched on it. We still, like going back, we still don't know whose side Skinner is on at this point. And hopefully they'll drop some more. I don't know if Skinner's going to be in the next episode or not. But hopefully they do some, you know, drop a little bit more hints to see where Skinner is going to go in this and all this.
Yes. Like is that they have the classic credits at the opener, the beginning of each episode.
I noticed that. They didn't update the credits. I'm surprised they didn't update them.
Yeah. What was it said at the beginning? You know, like...
Oh, what did it say in the beginning? It was really, I think it was
I forgot what it said.
Oh, man, because it changed. It changed from episode.
It was a different one.
Yeah, what did they say at the beginning?
I forgot.
Crap.
But it was, of course, very, very cool hearing the Ramones music. California Sun, that's the name of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And they had another version of it on the episode. I can't remember who it was by.
Let's see here. So this is only the second episode. What episode did you like better? My Struggle 3 or this? I have to go with My Struggle Part 3.
Yes.
I thought that was really good.
Yes,
I think that was better
I would have to go with My Struggle
than
Part
this
3.
one. Yeah.
I mean, this one was good. It was great to see Langley. Great to see some continuity with Langley and all that. Part 3 would definitely win out over this.
Yeah, absolutely. So next episode for next week is called Plus One. And I thought last week was the going to be the one with the parallel universe. Apparently, it's going to be this upcoming one.
Oh yeah,
written by Chris Carter and directed by Kevin Hooks. So this one is going to be the parallel universe one. I've seen the previews for it. So apparently, that Mulder and Scully is going to see their parallel selves. Their parallels. I think this is going to be fantastic. I hope this lives up to the hype, because a parallel universe one is very X-Files.
Oh yes, oh it is. It is very X-Files. They have a parallel universe.
I wonder if they're going to do the cliched parallel universe where like Mulder goes into one universe and parallel Mulder's in this universe meets with Scully A, and then Mulder in parallel universe meets with Scully B, and they like don't know they don't know which one's which, and I wonder if they're going to do like that. I don't know if that's going to be like that. That's my.
It would be interesting though. We've seen something kind of similar to that with the episodes. The ones with Michael McKean.
Oh crap! What was that one?
And the agent switched places.
Yeah, they switched bodies.
Oh, they switched
with
bodies?
Yeah, they switched bodies.
Chuck.
So that was kind of a parallel universe one. But
yeah, it was. That was a good two-parter. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. I love that one. I was hoping they can do. I seriously want to see a Mulder and Scully body switching episode.
Oh, that would be great.
It'd be like Freaky Friday, you know?
It would. It would.
I think it'd be a fun episode if they have a Mulder and Scully body switching episode. I'm surprised they haven't done that. Yeah, I know they've done it before with Michael McKean and Mulder, but Mulder and Scully, a body switching episode, I think that'd be fun to watch.
It would be.
But you gotta get Vince Gilligan to direct and write it.
Yes.
I think he'd do a tremendous job directing and writing it.
He would, yeah. He really would.
Let's see here. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it with that episode. We're gonna do a great segment here. We're going to watch some UFO videos. It's going to be the top 5 most insane UFO sightings and reports caught on camera. And this was published a week ago, January 6th, on the Top 5 channel on YouTube. So let's check that out and let's see if they're real or not real. All right, can you see that?
Yes.
Nope. Can you see that? All right, great. All right, so let's get started.
Okay. 5, yes, number 5.
Top 5s.
For 5.
All right, so this is from 2000, October 5th of 2000, and it looks like a CD. It looks like a CD. Let's continue on and see.
Yes.
Oh, so whoa, that was fast. All right, so this looks like it looks like someone's like holding up a CD or something, and it's reflecting off of a screen. Henry, you got any?
Reminds me of
Got any?
Could be a laser disc, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's either a laser disc or a CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like.
I don't think it's a UFO. I don't think it's a UFO.
Could be a DVD. DVDs were relatively new in 2000, so
yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is not really good. I don't know why that's. I don't know why they put that on there, because it's just a black background with some round thing that looks like a CD, DVD, laser disc, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I can probably. I think anybody can probably recreate that.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, so here's
That's just
one. This looks like
that,
it's off from a. No, wait a minute. What are they doing? Is that? Are they just? Oh, okay.
they're showing.
Okay,
I think
that's
they're
just
showing
the intro. That looks
vehicles.
like this just. Okay, that's just the intro. So don't worry about the
That's
intro, people. Okay, I think this is number
that
5.
looks like the UFO on the "I Want to Believe" poster.
It does. No, it looks like the UFO in the beginning of credits of X Files.
That may be what it is.
Are they? Is this still the intro? Is that the? UFO?
I don't know.
Now that's real. That's a real man. I mean, he might be an alien. He might be. He might be an alien. I don't know. I haven't watched this. I just picked it, so I don't know what they're saying because I got the volume off.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's skim through that. Okay, let's try this one. There's something in the sky. It looks really old. It looks like an old video camera from like the 90s,
Mm-hmm. Maybe the 80s.
maybe.
If that's supposed to be a UFO, why is it continuously like going back and forth? It looks like
Yeah,
that looks like from the X Files. Yeah, right there.
it does. But I think that was just a still shot of what that is. I mean, it looks like the guy's just shaking the camera.
It does.
All right, so I don't think that first one was real. I don't think this one was. I don't think it's real. I think it was just.
That does not look realistic to me at
No, it
all.
doesn't. It doesn't.
That just
I'm gonna go with not real. I'm gonna go with not real on this one.
that one, yes, I would say not real.
But the guy in the photo is real.
Like, hey,
All right, so this
focus,
one
dude.
looks like. Yeah, this one looks like it's from the Pentagon. Wait a minute, what is that?
It's Area 51.
So it's Area 51. Yeah, it's Oprah. It's her.
Oh,
It's Oprah. It's for her. It's for her. It's for her weave. That's for her weave. That's where her weaves are. That's where her weaves are located. And
oh.
that's where she gets her makeup too. All right, so they're just showing some fake photos. So get to the actual video, people.
That looks like from
Okay,
the
there we go.
movie.
Okay, there we go.
That one looked like it was from the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still.
It might have been. Let's see here. Let's go back. Okay, here we
The
go.
movie,
So,
not the Keanu Reeves remake.
yeah, not the remake. All right, so it looks like it's in this. I think it's right here. I think that's where they're at.
Hmm.
They say, "My gosh,
Fleet of them. Oh.
yeah." So I don't know if it's that or if it's that black spot right here. It might be that black spot right here.
It's probably the central scan or whatever. I don't think that's it.
Whoa. Yeah, I think it might be that spot right there. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think that's what they're. So I think that's the inverted one. It kind of looks like a blimp.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what that could be. You know, that one to me is hard to determine. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
gonna have
undecided
to.
on this one. I gotta go with
Yes, I'd say
undecided.
undecided.
Yeah.
Really hard to determine anything from that one or the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's moving. It's moving. It moved.
Yep.
Wow. Now I don't know about them two people though. They might be robots or they might be aliens. I'm not sure if they were. I'm gonna go with undecided on them people right there. No, that's the I don't want to believe poster. Independence Day. That's the scene from Independence Day. Yeah, but I got to go with undecided on that one.
Yep. Look at that. It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
It's so
Max,
obvious. Yeah, it's obvious.
We miss you, Max.
All right, so this is from news footage and some lights up in the sky.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if it's real or not. But...
What is that? Whoa. Let me
Falcon.
go back. That was way too fast.
That's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. Hey, it's Chewbacca. But what in the world is that? That kind of looks.
Oh.
Whoa. It looks like it's got some lights here, and then like a red strip right there.
Yep.
I wonder if that's Photoshop or CG. Let me see here. Because the power lines are here. The power lines. This is what's getting me, is the power lines. I can't tell if it's going straight across from the power lines, or if the thing's like behind it, or if it's like in front of the power lines.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from that angle. It really is.
Let's continue and see what else they've got. Okay, here we go. That's a good bet. That looks like an airplane.
It looks like an array of lights. That's what it looks like. It looks like just an array of lights.
Mm-hmm. Let me do the full screen again. Can you tell anything about the power lines that's right here?
The power lines are still undetermined to me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look so much like it doesn't look, but originally it looked like a full solid craft. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not really so sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one either. Man, these are tough. This one's a tough one again.
Yeah, this one is definitely tough.
It looks like they got like a something right here, and then it's going up, and then it's got another one that's going right here, and it's like connecting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's like I wonder if it's like someone flying. You know, they like punch some lights on something and on a drone or something, and they're just playing with the drone, and it looks like it's doing like that or what. But wow.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go I gotta go undecided on this one.
Yeah, that's my vote as well.
And if anybody's watching and they've seen these videos before, and if we're wrong, comment below and tell us that we're wrong.
Yep.
See, look at that. That thing looks like that plane right there.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like in that shape of that plane. And I think that's what they're going by. I think that they're saying that it looks like it's that plane. I'm going to go with a plane. I'm going to go with some type of airplane.
Yeah.
All right, here's number 2.
Very interesting. Well, that's a space shuttle.
Hey, it's the people from the X-Files opening.
Yeah. I just thought about that. Yeah.
Oh, look there. Let's see here. Ooh, whoa, what the heck? So, wait a minute. Oh, okay. A circular UFO appears behind a space shuttle. Oh, okay. I've seen this one before. That thing going down here.
Mm. Yep. Ooh, that's interesting.
Hmm. No, I'm thinking these are probably stars. These things right here. That's what I'm thinking. I think they're probably stars. I don't think it's like a UFO forming or anything like that.
Right. Or could they be falling stars? That's what it looks like. That's what they're trying to. Or that's.
Let me go back.
I've seen falling stars. I've been out. You know, I've been out away from city lights, and I have seen falling stars.
But that right there kind of looks like maybe a falling star or maybe an asteroid or something like that.
Right, perhaps.
All right, okay, there's the CD one that we saw in the beginning of the thing. So that was number. So I think they counted down to the very first one in number one. So let's continue on.
CD or DVD or whatever.
Yes, CD. It's a record.
It's a record.
It's a record. It kind of looks like the New Year's Eve ball.
Uh-huh.
But it's round. It looks like a CD. Kind of looks like the DVD, a record, New Year's Eve ball, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a UFO. I really don't.
Yep. No. Yeah, I don't think that's a UFO either.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't buying that one.
Yeah, I'm not buying that one either. Oh, okay, that's clear. That's got to be a fake. Well, which one?
Yeah, that one looks good, but I think that's that may be from a movie.
Yeah, I think so too.
An old UFO movie. Or invasion movie, space invasion movie.
Men in Black. I wonder if they're going to do a Men in Black episode this season on the X-Files. I hope they do. I hope they bring back Michael McKean as
that would
Fletch.
be cool.
All right. I think we had a little fun tonight, looking at some UFO videos. So we talked about it before we went on the air, and we've decided to switch days. Instead of Saturday, it's going to be Wednesday, right after the X-Files. So it's going to be X-Cast After Show. It's going to be live right after the X-Files. And we'll still watch some UFO videos, some alien videos. You know what? Let me see if there's another UFO video that we can take a look at.
Yeah, I think the best time would be like 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central.
9:30 or 9 o'clock. 9:30. Yeah, we can do 9:30
Eastern.
Yep.
9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central.
Sounds good.
Be right after the X-Files. The episode will still be fresh in our minds, so that'll
yeah, that sounds good. So 9:30 Eastern. 9:30 Eastern would be live right after the X-Files, and it's gonna be episode 3 plus 1. It's gonna be the parallel universe one, and I hope this is a good one. I really think this is going to be a good one. I don't want to get. I'm probably getting my hopes up, but I hope it's a good one. I think it's because they get. It's going to be you get to see 4 Mulders and Scullys. You get to see 4 parallel universe. It's going to be great. Yep. And then there's also. Oh, go ahead.
I think it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be a tremendous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be a tremendous episode.
Mm-hmm. Then
Be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And then, according to the X-Files fan Wikipedia page, after +1, it's going to be called The Lost Art of Forehead Sweat, written and directed by Darren Morgan.
Oh.
And apparently this is going to focus on the Mandela effect. And let me give you some history of what the Mandela effect is, in case you don't know. Have you heard of the Mandela effect?
Here, but I'm not really familiar with what it is.
Okay, so what the Mandela effect is the misremembering of some epic phenomenon. For an example, say, let's see here. Now, I'm on Snopes. I don't really like Snopes that much, but I don't think they'd be doing really too political with this. But basically, what the Mandela effect is the human memory particularly remembers something. So, one example of the Mandela effect is, you probably heard of the Berenstain Bears, right?
Yeah, I used to read those books when I was a kid. Yeah.
All right, the Berenstain Bears. So apparently, people remembers the Berenstain Bears as Berenstain, Stainn, but it's really Berenstein Bears, like in Frankenstein, Stine. I think that's how you spell it. And people, they thought it's Berenstain Bears, but it's really the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
And that's an example of the Mandela effect, is misremembering something. So the synopsis for that is, the episode explores the idea of the Mandela effect, in which large groups of people remember an alternative history. Mulder and Scully find out how the X-Files themselves may have really originated. So that's going to be a good one. I think that's going to be a good one, because Darren Morgan, he does some pretty good ones. And then the episode after that is Ghoulie. Ghoulie. Ghouli. Ghoulie. Written and directed by James Wong. And this is going to be a monster episode, because
that has to be
the episode of the monster where you see that claws. The monster of the week.
Oh yeah.
There's a preview. The preview of it, we see an episode where there's going to be some claw animal or monster attacking this girl. And this has to be the episode, because the synopsis says, when a pair of teenage girls attack one another, believing each other to be a monster, Mulder and Scully find that their investigation could possibly lead back to their son, William. So this episode is not going to deal with a Monster of the Week episode. We're going to see what's going on with William and how they're going to find William in this episode. So I think that's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be an interesting one. I wonder if...
Yeah, sounds like some good stuff coming up on the X-Files.
Yeah. And then on here, the 6th episode is going to be the backstory of Skinner. We learn more about Skinner, and this is the synopsis. We learn more about Skinner, more about his connections to Mulder and Scully, and how he's been a loyal advocate of theirs at their own expense. We also learn about his young life and the X-Files moment he experienced as much as a younger man. So, yeah. I hope this looks like it's going to be a good one, too.
Yeah, definitely.
So if this X-Files fan wiki is right, we're going to be in good for some good episodes in the upcoming weeks. Pretty good episodes in the upcoming weeks.
Yep, I think so. Yeah, and there's 10 episodes in this season. So
yeah, I'm glad they expanded it to 10, because 6 was too short. They should have done 10 in the season 10 one, but we got what we got. And we haven't seen Joe McHale's character yet. So I don't know if they're going to bring him back or not. It's going to be quite interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering as well. He was very, of course, I remember he was very much, and we discussed it last week. the Bill O'Reilly / Glenn Beck type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for us.
I believe there was a little bit of Alex Jones too, because he was in the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it was like a Alex Jones, Glenn Beck, all those right-wing conservative talk show hosts molded into one, which is Joe McHale. And
yep,
yeah, they've got to bring him back because he played a important role in this story, which was helping finding.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, the whole alien thing. So they got to bring him back. I'll be surprised if they don't bring him back. I'll be surprised if they don't bring him back.
Yeah, I know. That'd be great. It'd be great if they do bring him back, because into, you know, he tied into that storyline a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like they're having Einstein and Miller take a back seat in this season, because we haven't seen him. We have not seen him only in the first episode. We haven't seen him in the second episode yet. We didn't see him at all in this episode, in the second episode. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be in the episodes coming forward, or if they're going to take a back seat to them, because they're not really playing such big important role yet.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we have Reyes with the CSM.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'd be interesting if she did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if I had to give this episode a grade, I give it a probably 6, 6.5, 7 at the most for this episode. Last episode, I don't think we rated.
Yeah,
I don't think we rated last episode. I think if I had a grade last episode, I give it at least an 8, 8.5.
The season premiere was really great.
Yeah.
About 8.5.
Oh. Yep. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. I completely agree. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it in this episode. Again, time change. We're going to be live Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, right after the X-Files airs. So it's going to be a live after show. It's going to be exciting. We also will, and what I'll do is I'll take a look at some UFO videos and alien videos and monster videos, Bigfoot videos and whatnot, and show them and discuss them. And maybe if we can find some like weird X-Files news stories we can share as well, and do like
awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna make this thing fun, exciting for people. So on that note, we'll see you here. Actually, we'll see you here Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM, right after the X-Files airs, and it's going to be hopefully. If I had to predict next week's episode, I think it's going to be a great episode. I think it's going to be a fantastic episode. I don't want to get my hopes up in case it's not, but I think it's going to be great because I love the whole parallel universe idea. Love it. On that note, good night, everybody. See you here Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I'll put out a mass Facebook spam post on these X-Files groups too, so people can watch along with us. See you here. We'll be talking about episode 3+1 this coming Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody.